All right, we're calling this meeting to order. This is a special meeting. During special meetings, we do not typically recite the Pledge of Allegiance, so we're skipping item 1.1, and we're just going to move to 1.2, where we do have a quorum. Our roll call is brief, though, because it was Jim, RG, Robin, and myself, and Superintendent Eric McGrady. We are here for the action item 2.1. Which is the approval of a resolution regarding the capital project bid awards. Do we have any conversation about them? Anything you want to say? We're excited stuff.
Yeah, no, you know, the architects have went through it. They went through their post-bid interviews, reference checks, and everything else. You know, these are all the low bidders that came through. They met the requirements and specs that were given. So, you know, basically you accept those bids as they are. There is a little thing in here that just states that, you know, it's only pending the fact that they meet all the requirements of the bid. So if something does fall through or something happens, then we do have a little leeway with that. But other than that, this is kind of where we go. So we're moving on to the next step. And then, you know, we already have meetings scheduled tomorrow and Wednesday to start moving forward on the planning and getting everything up and running.
Very exciting. So your recommendation is that these are awarded these.
Yeah, it comes from, so the architects and the construction manager have reviewed them all. So they make the recommendation to us based off of meeting the specs, and that's the bids that came in. So
fabulous. All right. Any thoughts or questions?
This is in budget?
It's in budget. We're right in line.
And we're able to move forward with this. So does anyone want to move this? I'll move it. Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, unanimous vote. Secondly, approval of a resolution regarding the Gaga Court. This was an interesting one. I just want a little side note. When we built the new playground, that was something that was considered and wanted. And so it's something that seems like an interesting addition, but it's not a bad one.
What is a Gaga Court?
Gaga Court is a round area that has usually wooden, and you play a game called Gaga in it, which is like a form of dodgeball with the ball bouncing and you can't hit people. So it involves a very inclusive form of dodgeball that's very fun and allows kids to play. I'd say, like, I typically get out pretty quickly, but others can stay in much longer. So it has.
So somebody has donated this to us?
Yeah, so may I
Go right ahead.
speak in with it? Yeah, so Aiden Hartman is a Eagle Scout, and so this is Eagle Scout project that he wanted to do for the district. And someone else actually, like 4.5 years back, actually wanted to do a Gaga Court as well and brought it up, but not in the same kind of vein. Aiden was going to do his Eagle Scout project here to community service, wanted to do something nice, wants to donate it to the school. He's working with the PTA. The PTA is supplementing some of his fund, which is really, really nice.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not wood completely, it's composite. You can see that there's a composite in it because it needs to be movable because of the way that we're going to put it along with the project going on. So he's worked with Neil, the director of facilities, to make sure where they do put it, it can be moved later on. And so that way there's no issues. It's not a permanent fixture because it can't be with the project that we're going to be doing in the elementary school.
But that's the lovely thing about it is I have friends who put one together for Memorial Day. We can take it down. It's something that you can put together.
How tall is it?
It's about, that's all like 4 feet.
No, you can step over it.
It's even smaller than that.
Like little kids should be able to hop over the wall. Yeah, kids can,
And there's an ADA accessible gate that they're also building to as well.
That's awesome.
And there's rubber mats that they're putting down, so it makes it safe.
Rubber
So,
mats.
yeah, so there's a mat thing that the PTA is also donating in.
That's pretty cool. Okay. And you can use almost any. Oh, yeah. Any other questions?
No, I had to watch a video, like a YouTube video, because I wasn't sure what it was.
Gaga?
Yeah,
It
looks fun.
We should play.
I only know because they played at the YMCA Adventure Camp and my kids went there and they were little.
I had a YouTube, I had no idea.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, it's so fun. And
looks fun.
Kids do really
yeah,
like
they
it.
do. I think they like Town Center. They did years ago and
They might, yeah.
started playing it. And the rules are pretty easy. So it's like
Yeah, the video I watched had a girl who looked like she was about 5 years old explaining all the rules. She was really cute.
So Frank, I know you said this could be moved.
Yeah.
So where is it going to go when it can go somewhere?
Neil has a spot for it dedicated outside the building. I don't know exactly where he has it. To be honest with you, I'd let the director of facilities kind of work with
Yeah,
the middle school, the elementary school principal and figure out where it is.
yeah,
And they have a spot where they want to move it later that's closer to where the playground area is.
okay.
But right now they just had to make sure, because we're gonna be digging and
There's a- yeah.
trenching, that they couldn't put it there.
Digging stuff, gotcha.
Awesome. Okay, any more thoughts or questions or comments? Talk about Gaia for like an hour, I guess. But, would anyone like to move this?
I'll move it.
Anyone like to second it?
One second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, thank you, Aiden. With that, we have an anticipated executive session, and we're going to move into that, and after that, we will close out executive session, assuming we have this anticipated executive session, and then we'll end our meeting right here. And we will possibly not restart the video at the end of our adjournment of the executive session. That's what we need to do. So with that, would anyone like to move us into executive session?
So move.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.